මාහෙලෙක්නි එළව සූර්ය වන්දනා කළෙමි. රාවණ රජතුමාද සූර්ය වන්දනා කළේ. ඒ සිහිකොට මාද සූර්ය වන්දනා කළේ. මාහෙලෙක්නි එළව සූර්ය වන්දනා කළෙමි. රාවණ රජතුමාද සූර්ය වන්දනා කළේ. ඒ සිහිකොට මාද සූර්ය වන්දනා කළෙමි. මාහෙලෙක්නි එළව සූර්ය වන්දනා කළෝද රාවණ රජතුමාද සූර්ය වන්දනා කළේ. ඒ සිහිකොට මාද සූර්ය වන්දනා කළේ.
Ibo. Dear sir, dear friends, thank you for giving me this golden opportunity. Today I'm going to share about the sun god. The sun is the beginning, the livelihood, and will be the reason for the end of the universe. The sun is very important to us. Without the sun, we would not be living. The sun is what prevents the temperature of Earth from being frozen or becoming frozen. So keeping the temperature below -100 Fahrenheit. The sun is 150 million kilometers away from the Earth. The sun was formed over 5.4 billions of years ago in the Milky Way galaxy's Orion's sphere. The sun was formed by a cloud of dust and gas known as solar nebula collapsed in the middle of this formation matter condensed into a burning ball. That's what became our sun. The sun's characteristics are fiery nature, enormous gravitational pull, and the extensive magnetic field. Now we're going to talk about the plants and a bit of a relation with the plants and the sun. Photosynthesis, what does it mean? It's the process of green plants and some other organs using sunlight to synthesize nutrition from carbon dioxide and water, with oxygen being released as the result of it. What happens? Okay, wait a minute. Now we're going to go into a day without the sun. We'll break it apart to two groups. Firstly, we'll talk about what happens in outer space, or what happens to all the planets in outer space. The sun's immense mass draws the other planets in the solar system towards it, since the Earth and all the other planets are moving very fast through space. The sun's presence keeps them moving around it. If the sun all of a sudden disappears, then the planets that were going around would continue and fly off in a straight line motion into outer space non-stop. So it won't stop. So who knows where we might land or where the other planets might land. The moon that is illuminated by the sunlight would disappear, and the other celestial bodies in the sky would also disappear in the manner just like the moon. Now, what would happen to us on Earth without the sun? Well, let's get on to it. Firstly, we wouldn't notice the sunlight's disappearance, as it takes 8.5 minutes for light to reach the Earth. But in 9 minutes' time, we would notice, because the whole Earth will be in total darkness. Our food supplies would reduce rapidly, because the sun is needed for the process of photosynthesis for the plants to produce their food. As a result of this, herbivores who consume plants would be eliminated, and the carnivores would die as their main source of food. Herbivores would die as well. All the above affects humans as their food resource would be eliminated. The global surface temperature of the Earth won't instantly become -100 Fahrenheit, because the Earth retains enough heat barely, but eventually global temperature would reach -400 Fahrenheit. The body temperature of the species including humans, will increase till a high freezing point, and eventually we would die. Everyone would die. While some inventive humans might be able to survive for several days or even years, life without the sun eventually proves to be impossible on Earth. Now I'm going to talk about a brief about our ancestors and the linking of them. Our ancestors, kings, queens, knew the importance of the sun. So they worshipped the sun. And we are the only country, only nation to actually worship the sun. Something about the sun is, when Lord Buddha was preliminary to become enlightened, in one of his lives, being born as King Peacock, he worshipped the sun, God, while saying the Modapitita. And then after, when Lord Buddha became enlightened, in the time, he worshipped the sun, saying the Surya Pirita. Isn't that fascinating? You know, as you can see, the sun is very important. It doesn't matter how high, not high, but how powerful you are. In the end, everyone will worship the sun. Even our great Queen Ravana worshipped the sun. And it's important. Our sun is very important. As I mentioned in the beginning, without the sun we cannot live. The sun is just very important, and you know, we just need the sun. We should appreciate the sun more. And one day we should give back to the sun. So, thank you for listening. I hope you learned something about the sun and you enjoyed it thoroughly. I enjoyed researching about the sun as well. It's fascinating to me. So, thank you. Have a nice day. Take care of yourself.